All right, everyone, we need to talk about what Pochettino is going to be doing now that Reece James is out with the hamstring injury once again. Now, in today's video, we're going to be going over the tactics, what we will see Pochettino do against West Ham, and possibly moving forward until Reece James is fully fit. So let's dive right into the tactics. Now, Chelsea are more likely going to start with a 4-2-3-1, even though in their last match against Liverpool, we saw a 3-4-3, but that's because we did not have a proper CDM, and now we actually have two. The only other factor is Malagusto starting over Reece James. Now he's out with an injury, the hamstring, so therefore a 4-2-3-1 makes the most sense. Now this itself is going to be very fluid for this team because obviously these players can go up, even though Malagusto is not the best at attacking, he's still good defensively wise, but Chilwell is going to be able to move up along with Modric out on this left side, and we actually might start seeing this back three, and who knows, Pochettino may want to start doing a box in the midfield. That seems to be a positive thing we're seeing with a lot of clubs, and therefore, again, we're able to dictate here. Even if we do lose the ball to, say, the other opponents, if they win the ball back, this itself, again, is going to be very difficult for them to play balls with this overload, especially with Caicedo and Lavia in the midfield itself. But let's go back here and look at these other players here, because with this overload, we are going to, again, see different options for Chelsea, because with Enzo Fernandez now playing at that number 10 role, with these two players behind him, again, gives him the credibility and the freedom to roam back and forth. So again, if he wants to roam over to Chilwell or even to Sterling, we can overload either side with, again, these players, which again gives Chelsea multiple options to play balls out to the sides and then eventually find Jackson in the center of the box, or again, the balls over the cross to find Sterling, or vice versa, how we saw in our last match. If Chilwell sneaks into that back post, though he did not score, he had a great opportunity against Liverpool. All these opportunities, though, for Chelsea are going to be great for them, because this is going to be very difficult for West Ham to defend against, because there's going to be so many different options. Now, granted, West Ham are known to have three large CBs or three defensive players back here. So again, we're just going to throw three numbers here. This is going to be the hard part. They do play a low block as well. So again, we're assuming we're going to see something along these lines, almost like a 3-4 across. This is where it's going to be very difficult to break in these positions. But again, with Enzo Fernandez here with the ball, is going to be able to find these small little pockets for these players. And again, we're going to see Modric drift in, Chilwell move up, Lavia, Caicedo, and even the rest of the squad move up. And therefore, again, we're going to find these small little channels to, again, break these lines and find the back of the net. Now, as you were seeing, these tactics themselves are very fluid with Chelsea and what Pochettino is hoping to achieve with this squad. Having these players, we're able to see multiple versatile players move throughout the entire pitch and, again, overload certain areas on the field itself. This is huge when it comes to Pochettino's style, because, again, when he can overload certain areas, they can keep pinging balls back and forth to find those right channels to, again, create chances and create opportunities for us to find the back of the net. But on top of that, if we do lose the ball, we are having a lot of players already on top of the other team. So therefore, again, it's very difficult for them to get the ball out of their space and also find their own players. Typically, they'll boot the ball back up. And therefore, again, whether it's Thiago Silva, Colwell, Malagusto, one of these players will win the ball back, and we can recycle through the entire thing. Now, granted, this is still up in the air. Pochettino will stick with Malagusto because there is the option that Caicedo can move to that right back position. Lavia and Enzo Fernandez can be in that midfield, and Chukwuemeka could play as a number 10. But right now, this seems like the most stable formation for him moving forward. As we all know, he definitely enjoys the 4-2-3-1. And Malagusto is a pretty good right back. Yes, he is a downgrade from Reece James. Any other right back would be a downgrade, maybe minus one or two players in the league itself, like Walker. But still, this itself for Pochettino seems like the right fit. Now, David Moyes, again, he is a manager that has been around for a while, understands how to break down different formations, but really he's more of a defensive tactician, and therefore, again, they're going to be setting up to just stop all the attacks coming from Chelsea and from Pochettino and try to hit you on the counterattack. And this is sometimes the hard part with Pochettino style, because if they do play a ball over the top, they do have some quick players that, again, can run into open space and create their own chances. But overall, Chelsea are going to dominate possession. They did it against Liverpool. I expect them to do the same against West Ham this weekend. Overall, Chelsea are the heavy favorites in this one. And my prediction for the match itself is going to see us winning probably easily 3-1 or 3-0. I expect us to probably get a clean sheet. We probably should be getting a clean sheet, but again, if they do hit us on one of those counterattacks, I could see them scoring. But otherwise, Chelsea should be dictating this game. and scoring multiple goals. Now, whether it's through Jackson, whether that's through Enzo, Chilwell, there's going to be so many different options. But right now, what we do need to focus on is scoring more goals. That was our crux last year. We could not find the back of net. Hopefully, it's not the issue this season as well, because our defense is rock solid, and we've seen this time and time again. And Pochettino knows what players to start. Colwell, Thiago Silva, again, probably the best two pairing CBs we've seen in a while at Chelsea, and therefore, again, these guys are going to be able to dominate the back line, along with Sanchez. Yes, I know who came from Brighton, but still, he did pretty well against Liverpool, and give him some more time. I think he'll be a great keeper. We may still be in the market for another keeper, but overall, this seems like this will be the best squad. So I want to know what you guys think. Comment down below if you think Chelsea have a good opportunity this season, what you think they'll do against West Ham, and what you think about the tactics I showed in this video. I will get to those comments as quickly as I possibly can. And that is it, and I will see you in our next video.